Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 4 of the AC Milan series. Now, today's episode, as you can tell by the title, it's a happy one. Good news, I didn't get sacked. We're still in the job, and actually, since the last episode, we are unbeaten in Serie A. We have managed to turn things around massively, and we find ourselves in a pretty good position, as you can see here. We're currently up into 6th place into the European spots. Obviously, our goal from the board, as you can see here in the club vision, was to qualify for the Europa League, and at the moment we are sort of achieving that. We do actually have the potential to go up into the Champions League spots. However, that is, it's likely. We could do it. But then again, this form could easily come to an end, and then we'd find ourselves, under expectated, if that's even a word or a way to say it. Anyway, I just also wanted to say thank you for all the recent support between the AC Milan series and the Inter Miami series. You guys are absolutely killing it. Lots of likes, lots of views, lots of comments as well. Just yesterday, the second Inter Miami episode, lots of people, lots of different people that I haven't even seen before started commenting. So things are going really well, and I'm really enjoying FM20. If you could show some more support and drop a like on this video, I would much appreciate it. If you could subscribe to the channel as well, it would keep you up to date with all the content coming out in the future, and it would make me very happy. Anyway, we've got a few more things to talk about before we get into the fixtures and today's game against Cagliari. Transfers. We didn't bring anyone in. However, we did lose a few people. First of which was Gustavo Gomez. We sold him to Young Boys in Switzerland, I believe, for 8 million, possibly going up to 8.75. Basically, this guy was on loan, and then he came back in January, started complaining about first team football, and I decided to just sell him. Didn't want to deal with the problems. He's not, I would say he would have been 5th in the pecking order. So yeah, we got him out. Not a bad price. The next player we let go was Piatek, the striker. We let him go on loan to Arsenal as a rotation player. Well, apparently he's a regular starter, but yeah, he's going to be a rotation player or a squad player for them. They are paying us a fee, as you can see, 1.3 million, which is decent. We get a little bit of money for him. He was also complaining about first team football, but he really wasn't performing. So it's a bit of a weird one. We're going to keep him around for next season, hence the loan signing for Arsenal. But I'm not convinced by him. The next player we let go was out of our control, Suso. Probably the best player in the team, I would say. He left us. He had a 36 mil release clause. Barcelona came in, and there was literally nothing I could do. And that was actually on deadline day, as you can see there, the 31st of January. And they stole him away. And yeah, it's been pretty hard to replace him. Obviously, we couldn't replace him because it was deadline day. I have a few targets in mind for next season. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see what sort of happens with that. And the other player we let go was Capone. Just a youth player. We let him go for 300k to Spal with a 50% of next sale clause in there as well. So if he develops, transfers, we will get half of whatever he gets, or whatever fee is paid for him. Anyway, let's get into the fixtures. Now, of course, quite a lot of fixtures to go through. Of course, the previous episode was the Milan Derby. Disappointing loss, have to say. Didn't really deserve to win or even draw, really. So, it was a fair result. But since then, as you can see, the one loss in the Cup, and it was the TIM Cup semi-final. But yeah, we followed it up with a 2-0 victory over Genoa, with Leao and Kessie on the score sheet. Managed to beat Spal 1-0 away from home. Bequita, the only goal scorer there. Beat Juve Stabia at home in the first round of the Cup. Bequita again on the score sheet with Kessie scoring a penalty. We smashed Juventus 4-1. I don't even know how. but we managed to beat them 4-1, and we were 3-0 up just after half-time. So it was a dominant performance at home. As you can see, Suso, Leao, Sisto, and then Kessie getting a goal there in the 91st minute as well. Ronaldo did get a goal back for them, but it only drew it back to 3-1. So, yeah, it was very convincing. We then versed Fiorentina twice. The first game was a 1-0 away victory, with Suso scoring the only goal. And the second game was a home game in the Cup quarter-final. And as you can see, Kessie scored a penalty to put us through to the semi-final. We then could only manage a 0-0 draw away at Roma. Pretty good clean sheet, I have to say. I think they were in third at this point. So, again, it was a pretty good result for us, considering we've struggled, to say the least. We then versed Lecce, managed to beat them 1-0. Kessie with a goal here. He also missed a penalty, as you can see there. So, kind of redeeming himself a little bit there. We then went into the first leg of the semi-final, and as you can see, we got battered by Atalanta. We lost 4-1 away from home. We also had Conti score an own goal, which really didn't help things at all. And yeah, we had everything to do in the second leg. We then bounced back against Atalanta in Serie A at home, a 2-1 victory. However, we left it very, very late. They opened the scoring through a penalty. Paqueta then got a goal back for us, scoring from midfield. And then in the 87th minute, Leao getting the goal. He's really sort of turned his season around, I would say. Been scoring more often and looks a much better player. We then could only manage a 1-1 draw against Brescia. As you can see, Paqueta getting our goal. Gaston, I want to show you this goal actually. Gaston Ramirez. Obviously, not a great goal by him, but it was a very interesting assist from our player, Musacchio. As you can see here, for some reason there's like 3 Brescia players around here, but he decides to cross the ball to one of their players, and Ramirez put it in the back of the net. Very, very weird stuff by a pretty experienced centre-back there. We then managed to beat Napoli 2-0 away from home. Calabria and Leao, once again, both goals coming in the first half there. And the most recent game played was the second leg of the semi-final, which finished a 0-0 draw at home. In a game we needed to score 3 goals and win 3-0 basically. And yeah, 0-0. Not great. Anyway, let's get into today's lineup. It's a bit of a changed team, to be honest. Obviously, Suso's departure has left a pretty big hole, especially in the left side of our wing. And yeah, we're still trying to scramble to fix it. Anyway, in goals, going to go with Donnarumma. In front of him is going to be Ramignoli and Musacchio. At right back, Conti's going to start due to the injury down here to Calabria, who's been really, really good for us recently. And he also scored in the Napoli game as well. And then, of course, Rodriguez will be our left back today. Benassa will be the defensive midfielder. And in front of him is the usual 2, Paqueta and Kessie. Rebic is going to start on the right wing today, the loanee from Frankfurt. And then we're going to go with Sisto on the left. I feel like this is the best situation that we can put out. Of course, Leao will be up front as our striker. The bench today is going to be Donnarumma, Caldara. Now, this guy, Novella, is a guy I have brought up from the under-20s. Very, very talented 19-year-old right back. He's also Italian, coming from Salernitana. Of course, a new signing at the club this season, essentially in real life. And yeah, we called him up. He didn't do too well in his first game, but we'll move past that. Anyway, he'll be on the bench. Calhanoglu, Bonaventura, Hernandez, Krunic, Duarte, Cavanera, and Biglia also join him on our bench. Alright, let's get into this game. I'm going to say I expect a win. It's pretty much what I've always gone with now. Either I expect a win or I expect you to keep our running or good win streak or whatever it is. Those two, basically expecting them to do something. I mean, we've scored a goal there. Liao, once again, this is what I'm talking about. He seems like a different player almost. He seems so much more lethal. And he seems to be around the goal, almost poaching all the time. It's really, really been a positive. As you can see, there's 7 players around him there, and he's the only player. Manages to get the ball off the header and put it in the back of the net. And that's a great start. Like I said, I changed, as you can see, we're still unbalanced, and I think that has completely changed everything in regards to the start of the season and that really bad run of form that we had essentially in the last episode. Anyway, Cagliari have just scored an equaliser, but it does look like it's going to be offside. Yeah, there we go. Called back by the VAR for offside. Not a bad free kick there by Rodriguez. And that's a really good goal kick by their keeper. It actually wasn't a goal kick, was it? It was a very, very good long ball. And their player almost got on the end of it. Good tackle by Paquita. Although he does lose it back. Wins it back, though. Can he pass it? Can he pass it? Square it, mate. Oh, penalty, ref. Has to be a penalty. There we go, penalty. I think it's going to be Kessie. Please score. Yes, nice penalty. Very nice. 2-0. And we're looking pretty good. We are the home team, so you would sort of expect us to be able to dominate, especially against Cagliari. No disrespect, but they are coming 15th at the moment. And like I said, we're doing really well. And we've stolen the ball away from them again. Sisto this time. Can he pass it? He goes for the shot. And boy, he should have passed it. That was a dreadful shot. Alright, Kessie's picked up a yellow as we approach halftime. We'll just ease him off. Honestly, I have noticed that we haven't... I don't even think we had a red card all season. Actually, I think we had one. We had one against Inter. Was there another one? I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think that might be the only red card. Anyway, I'll tell the boys that I'm very happy with their performance so far. I mean, as you can see there, pretty much everyone's playing well enough. Alright, so Rebic has picked up a yellow card there as well. I'm just looking, is there anyone we want to bring off? I don't really want to bring anyone off, if I'm being honest. Sisto, maybe. We'll give Sisto another 10 minutes or so. I think we'll take him off now. I think we'll bring on Hernandez. He can play there pretty well. And of course, he's left-footed as well, so better than putting Calhanoglu, who's more of a... Well, he's a right footer, and he's more of a centre mid as well. Rebic, get in there, son. 3-0. That's his 4th goal of the season. Very nice goal here. I mean, it kind of pinged around a little bit in the box, and then Rebic on the volley puts it in the back of the net. And this is a very, very strong performance. You can kind of see how the team's turned around. It's just playing this balanced style instead of attacking. It's just a complete change. Solid defensively. You know, the attack's not always the best. We've just gotten another penalty. We could be making it 4-0 here. Kessie again. Can he put it in the back of the net? Here we go. And he does. Nice penalty there, mate. Beautiful stuff. And Kessie, I mean, in the first half of the season, he was nowhere to be seen. Absolutely did nothing. And in this second half of the season, since that Inter episode, the last episode, the Derby, he's been incredible. I would say I want to make him the captain, basically. I haven't actually looked at his stats. Let's have a look now. He's only got 9 leadership. But he seems like the captain on the field. I don't know, it's a weird thing to say. But he just... I don't know, he just performs. And as you can see, 10 matches in a row without losing in Serie A. That's what I'm talking about. And where does that put us now? Puts us up into fifth position. We go ahead of Lazio. I mean, we're only 2 points behind Fiorentina. And I believe 4th is Champions League. It is not. Yes, it is. Yeah, I think if an Italian team doesn't win the Europa League, I think the top 4 go into the Champions League. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So if we get top 4, we could be in the Champions League, more than likely. Which would be incredible, because as you can see, the finances, they're in a bit of a decline constantly. We got down to about 4 mil. Then we sold Suso and the centre back for 8 million. And as you can see, we're losing about 10 mil a month by the looks of it, which is really, really not good. However, I mean, it says we're going to make profit over the next couple of seasons. I'm not so sure about that. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, guys, smash the like button. A great 4-0 victory there over Cagliari. If you could subscribe to the channel as well, it'd be much appreciated. And of course, it would keep you up to date with all these episodes coming out in the future. As always, apart from that, take it easy and goodbye.